Hey, what's up, YouTube? Your boy Chris, out on my cousin's Can-Am Spyder. I want to give you guys a closer look. I know some of the ladies that maybe watch my videos, and maybe some of the men that watch my videos, you guys might be considering getting a Can-Am Spyder. This is the 2011 model. It's pretty much the same as the newer models. I know they changed it. I know the 2020, they changed the model, the looks, but it's pretty much the same. I want to give you guys a close-up look on it in case some of you might think about getting a Can-Am Spyder. My brother did a video. We did a video on his 2015 Can-Am Spyder that he had at the time. But I want to give you guys a quick look at my cousin's Can-Am Spyder. And again, this is the 2011 model. It's a semi-automatic, and I'm going to go over some of the features that I like about this Can-Am Spyder. First of all, one of the things that I like about this Can-Am Spyder is it has plenty of space. So let's start off with the trunk. We'll work from the back. You got a couple latches back here. This is the trunk area. It's pretty deep. It's got a 12-volt outlet for the cigarette outlet. Your comm system, if it has a comm system, there's a helmet plug-in. For the newer models, it gives you a plug for an MP3 player or an iPod or something like that. But I like this trunk space. On the side, you got a couple levels for the saddlebags. You got a saddlebag on the left, which is pretty deep, not bad. On the right side, you have another saddlebag, okay? Passenger grab rails. Also here at the rear of the passenger grab rails, you have the heated. These grab rails are actually heated, and they give you the high and low. High and low on that. Moving toward the front, let me show you the front compartment, and how you open it is you got to press down with the key. So you press down. If you turn to the left, that's the luggage. If you turn to the right, that's the gas. So we're going to turn to the left. That should open up the front compartment. So it gives you a luggage area for your luggage, your helmets. So I love the extra space on this Can-Am RT. This is the RT model. On the newer models, on the 15s, they give you the battery up front. This model, the battery is actually under the seat. So the fuel tank, if you want to fill it up, you're going to turn this to the left, and that lifts up the seat. Okay? So you gas it up right here. There's your gas cap. On the 2020s, it's a split seat. You don't have to lift up the entire seat. The passenger doesn't have to get off to fuel it up on the 2020s because the front will lift. But on this particular model, the whole seat lifts up when you want to fill it up. Some of the features I like about this Can-Am Spyder is that it's semi-automatic. There's your push button to change gears. So when you are riding, you don't have to let off the throttle. All you got to do is just press the gears to change it. On the back, if you look, there's the downshift. So it's the same button as the forward shift, but you push on it to downshift. If you don't want to downshift as you let off the throttle, it'll downshift for you. So in other words, when you take off, you're changing gears, you go through your gears, it's 5-speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then as you slow down, you just let off the throttle and it'll downshift for you. You don't have to manually downshift it. It'll downshift for you. So this is called a semi-automatic. You got the horn button on the lower left. Okay, this button here lets the windshield up and down. The bike has to be on to let the windshield up and down. On the newer models, once you cut the bike off, the windshield will go back down, but when you crank it back up, it'll go back to its last position. On this particular model, wherever you leave it is where it stays. Okay, Here's your mode button. Some of you, with the newer models, you have a little E there for the eco mode. This is a 5-speed. The newer models are 6-speed. But it's all pretty much the same. Here's the reverse button. So if you want to put this thing in reverse while it's in neutral, you would press down on with the brake off. You want to press down on the reverse, and then you will press the downshift button or the back button, and then it'll put it in reverse. I'll demonstrate that here in a second and show you how that works. Also, to the right side, you have your hazard lights. This is your battery off and on, and this is your starter button, and this is your cruise control. Also, on the back, this is your push-to-talk button if it has the comm system. This particular one doesn't have the comm system, but it has the buttons for it. Heated grips, low and high and off, and this is your parking brake. This is just extra storage. That's an extra storage compartment. We're not going to go in there. And that's pretty much it. It's very easy to ride. One thing I like about the Can-Am Spyder, you don't have to worry about balancing it. You don't have to worry about holding the bike up. Looks like the hazard lights are on. Turn this off. Okay. One thing I like about the Can-Am Spyder is that you don't have to balance this thing. And so some of you may be just, maybe not all that into it. You may not like the style of it. If the First Lady wanted to get into riding, I definitely would get her a Can-Am Spyder. It's a beautiful bike. I love it. It handles good. It's a lot safer than your traditional motorcycles that have been converted to a trike. Even the Honda Goldwing, it doesn't come from the dealership triked out. They actually put an aftermarket kit on there and sell it as a trike. These, on the other hand, was manufactured from the manufacturer as a trike. It's a lot more safer than the trike kits that's added on the bike on the traditional motorcycles. But it's very easy to ride, very simple. That would be your foot peg and your passenger floorboard. Okay, let me crank this thing up. Okay, now, this thing is very easy. When you first crank this Can-Am Spyder up, you want to turn the ignition on. Once you turn the ignition on, you're going to have to wait till the screen get to a certain point, and then you'll hit the mode button or the eco button, depending on what model you have. So we're going to turn the switch on. Okay, if you guys can see it. You see it's going through its check. It's got Can-Am. Once the screen shows the message, okay, basically you're going to hit mode. That's going to take it back to 0. Now you can crank it. You're in neutral because it gives you an N for neutral. Now you can crank it here, turn on your battery, and press it. And that's how you crank it. Very simple. I'll go through one more time. Cut the switch off. Cut the battery off. I'm going to give it a second for the screen to just black out. Well, this particular model may not black out. Okay, there it is. The screen blacked out. Okay, now, since I just cut the switch off, I'm not going to have to hit the mode button. All I have to do is turn it on. It's going through its checks. And once it gets to the white screen, which is already at 0, I don't have to hit the mode button because it's already at 0. Now I can just turn on the battery, crank it up. This is very easy. This is your brake. Just one brake controls all 3 wheels. One brake controls all 3 wheels. That's what I like about this. You don't have to worry about a clutch. You don't have to worry about downshifting. You don't have to worry about clutch adjustments. Okay? So now, I got the green N. I accidentally hit the button. Okay, now the N is in neutral. Now to put it in gear, First thing I can do, if I want to, I can take it out of park, and once I take it out of park, the red light will stop flashing. Okay, it's the forward. Once I hit the forward P, the red light stopped flashing, and I felt the brake get soft. So now, all I got to do is press this button. That's going to put it in first gear, and you're going to see a 1 pop up on the screen. Okay, so now the 1 is on the screen. Let off the brake, give it some throttle. Now she's ready. You don't have to worry about pressing in the clutch. You know, once you get up to speed, just change the gear with the press of a button. You want to downshift, you can let off the throttle, or you can manually downshift. So now let's say you want to put this in reverse. Let's say I'm in first gear. Right now I'm in first gear, but I want to go to reverse. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press the R. Even though it's in gear, I'm going to press the R, and I'm going to hit the back button 1 time. Now, you see the R, it took it out of first and put an R on the screen, and it got an R light. Now I can back it up. I can back it up. One of the benefits to the Can-Am Spyder is that it's not using the starter motor. It's not rolling the starter motor backwards to back it up. I mean, this thing can back up at the speed, the same speed that it goes forward. It's really fast. It would take a Gold Wing, 10 minutes to back across the parking lot in reverse, but this Can-Am Spyder can back across the parking lot at the same speed you go forward. So it's pretty fast. That's one of the benefits I like about this Can-Am. So, but we're still in reverse. Now I'm going to go back to first gear. My feet is on the brake. I'm going to go ahead and press first gear button. That puts it back in neutral. Now it just automatically put it back in first. So now I'm ready. Okay? Very simple. I'm in first gear. I don't have to go back to neutral to put it in reverse. Just hit the top button, press the back button, and it automatically put it in reverse. If I want to go back to first gear, even though it's in reverse, my foot is on the brake, I'm just going to hit the plus button. It went to neutral, and it automatically put it in first gear. So now it's ready. Now that I'm in neutral, now that I'm in first gear, if I want to go back to neutral, all I have to do is downshift it until I see the bike is in neutral. I'm going to press the back button. Okay, there it is. It's now in neutral. To engage the brake, I'm going to hit the parking button. Okay, when I engage it, now you're getting the red flash. The parking brake is engaged. So now I can go ahead and cut off the Can-Am. And let me show you this windshield. Let the windshield down. You can let the windshield up. Like I say, on the new models, wherever you got it at, if you cut it off, on the new models, it's going to automatically go down. But when you crank it back up, it's going to come back up to where you its last known position. So that's on the newer models. On this particular model, it doesn't do that. Turn it off. So, yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick crash course of the Can-Am Spyder. And I'm here to tell you, and you guys know I don't have any cut cards. This thing is really nice. It really handles really well. I'm proud of my cousin for picking up this Can-Am Spyder. It also has audio. I'm not going to turn on the audio system at this time. If you guys are thinking about seeing what one sound like, you can go to your local Can-Am dealership and listen to the audio. But it does have that, and a lot of extra new features on the newer models. So I just want to give you guys a look at my cousin's Can-Am Spyder. Wanted to show you what she was working with. Proud of her. And I just want to give you guys a quick look at her Can-Am Spyder, her 2011. She bought this thing and only had 1,300 miles on it, so I'm just out here testing it out, warming up the batteries, keeping it hot, and keeping the fluids circulated in this Can-Am Spyder. Well, anyway, if you guys have any questions or any comments, feel free to put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is your boy Chris, just showing you my cousin's Can-Am Spyder RT that she recently purchased, and she left it in my care until we can get it to her. And I will talk to you guys later. See you.